Hello, NFL fans, and welcome back. Hopefully, you guys reviewed week one, week two, and week three of my breakdown of the NFL's top rated QBR quarterbacks. Now, if you didn't get a chance to review it, please do. If you're into fantasy football or if you're just an NFL fan, take a look at some of the prior weeks as we now get in to week number four. Week number four, at number 10, is Jake Browning. Jake Browning is struggling. He's at number 10, but he's soon to fall out. And in fact, he might not be the starting quarterback in the coming weeks if he continues to play like he's playing. The Bengals got destroyed by the Broncos. Now, I know the Broncos have a really good defense. Bengals lost 28-3. Now, to put up 3 points in 4 quarters is not good. It's not good. You got to do better than that. Browning was 14 of 25, only passed for 125 yards. No touchdowns, no interceptions, and in the past 2 weeks, Browning has passed below 150 yards. So the Bengals are trending in the wrong direction, and the only team this is helping is the Pittsburgh Steelers because the Bengals are struggling at quarterback, and the Ravens now have injuries at the quarterback position. So Browning finished at number 10 with a 68 QBR rating, but not sure how long he's going to remain in the top 10. Moving on, number 9. Number 9 is Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts comes in at number 9 this week. The beat just keeps on moving with the Eagles and Jalen Hurts. They beat the Buccaneers 31-25. Jalen Hurts passed was 15 of 24, only 134 yards passing, but that's not a problem because the Eagles and Jalen Hurts have the formula. He doesn't need to pass for 200 or 300 yards. His combination of threat of the run and his arm is all they need. And like I said, they have the perfect combination. He had 2 touchdowns, no INTs. And next week it should be interesting because it's going to be the Eagles offense against the Broncos defense. Now, Broncos have a decent defense, so this should be interesting. If I had to pick, I would go with the Eagles offense because the Eagles are more of a complete team. So number 9 for week 4, Jalen Hurts with a 71.6 QBR rating. Moving on, number 8, Baker Mayfield comes in at number 8 in a loss against the Super Bowl champion Eagles, 31-25. The Bucs tried to make a comeback. Now they're the comeback kids. Now, I mentioned in my prior video, the Bucs had 3 comeback victories in a row. They came back against the Atlanta Falcons, they came back against the Texans, and they came back against the New York Jets. They came up short this week against the Super Bowl champions in a 31-25 loss. The Bucs are at Seattle next week on the road. That should be interesting. And just keep an eye out because the Bucs are really banged up on the offensive line. So you got to protect Mayfield. You got to give him time. But keep an eye out on that one. Moving on, number 7. Number 7 is Jordan Love. Love passed for 337 yards against the Cowboys in a tie. He had 3 touchdowns, no INTs. And listen, the Cowboys secondary is suspect, and Green Bay and Jordan Love, basically, they took advantage of that. Next week, the Green Bay Packers have the banged up Bengals. Again, the Bengals are in trouble. If that offense, the Bengals offense, cannot keep the Green Bay offense off the field, it's going to be a long day. So I look for Jordan Love in week 5 to move up. I think he's going to have good numbers against the Bengals. That's just my take. Jordan Love coming at number 7 with a 78.2 QBR rating. Moving on to number 6, Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones has an 80.8 QBR rating. This guy is just amazing. This is the first time Daniel Jones has not finished in the top 5 in the QBR ratings. First time. He comes in at number 6 this week. Jones was 24-33, passed for 262 yards in a loss to the Rams. He had 1 touchdown and 2 INTs in the loss. Just Daniel Jones keeps it going. And it might not just be Daniel Jones. You know, it seems like they have weapons. The defense is not that bad, I guess. They're winning games, and Daniel Jones is a big part of it. So congrats to Daniel Jones coming in at number 6. So moving on to number 5. Number 5 is the guy I call Superman. Josh Allen was number 5 last week. He's number 5 this week. He was 16 of 22, passed for 209 yards against the New Orleans Saints last week. Now, they were playing the Saints at home. I thought Allen was just going to go nuts and throw for 350 yards. Credit to the Saints and the Saints defense. They played well. They played them tough, but the Bills got the victory. So the Bills have scored 30 plus points in all 4 of their games in 2025. So keep that in mind. And the Bills got a road game, divisional game against the Patriots. The Patriots are 2-2, and the Patriots defense is better than we think. So number 1, the Patriots defense is better than we think, and number 2, the Patriots at home. It's going to be interesting. This is going to be a fun game, I hope. And will the Patriots beat the Bills at home? Will this be the Bills' first loss? I don't think so, but I think it's going to be a good game. Should be a fun game. So Josh Allen comes in number 5 with an 81.3 passer rating. Moving on, number 4. Patrick Mahomes was number 4 last week. He remains at number 4. This was a big win for the Chiefs. They were desperate for a win. Patrick was 25 of 37 for 270 yards, threw for 4 touchdowns, no INTs. And this is the first time this season that Patrick Mahomes' completion percentage was above 62%. He was at 67% this week. Chiefs gets just their second victory in a row. They beat the Giants, and now they beat the Ravens. And both teams, the Ravens and the Chiefs, were desperate for a win. Patrick Mahomes was able to pull it out. So good for them. And it's the first time Patrick Mahomes has thrown for 4 touchdowns since week 10 of the 2023 season. Chiefs are at the 3-1 Jaguars next Monday night. So watch out for that. Number 4 in week 4 was Patrick Mahomes with an 81.4 QBR rating. Moving on, number 3. Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert stays at number 3 this week. He was number 4 last week. The Chargers suffered their first loss against the New York Giants. Now, I said last week, the Giants' defense should be better than it is, and they really played well. Man, were they all over Justin Herbert. Pressure from everywhere. The Giants were able to pull out the victory, and this was the Chargers' first loss. Give a credit to the Giants' defense. Like I said, they were all over Herbert. Herbert had a 56.1% completion percentage in the game. Now, I think going forward, you got to keep an eye out on the offensive line injuries for the Chargers and running back concerns. So going forward, just keep an eye out for that. So number 3 was Justin Herbert with an 81.6 QBR rating. And if you look here, Justin Herbert leads out of all the quarterbacks in the top 10 QBR rating, the most attempts. So they're throwing the ball. I don't know if that's part of the situation with the running backs. And I think there was one week where Justin Herbert was the leading rusher with 31 yards. So again, something to keep an eye out with the Chargers. Moving on, number 2 in week 4 is no other than Jared Goff. I don't know. Listen, right now, I don't know anybody that's playing better than this guy. And actually, overall, playing better than the Detroit Lions. Jared Goff finishing at number 2. He was ranked number 2 last week, where he remains. He was 16 of 27, had 168 yards, passing 2 touchdowns, 1 INT. He leads the top 10 in completions with 90 and completion percentage. That's over a 4-week period. So big up to Jared Goff. He led his team to a 34-10 victory over the Browns. Now, mind you, the Browns do have a good defense. The Lions have scored 137 points in 4 weeks. That's averaging 34 points a game, which is important because now their defense is starting to play well. You put up 34 points a game and your defense is holding teams to 20, 21 points. That's a good recipe for success. So there you have it. At number 2, Jared Goff with an 81.7 QBR rating. And now for number 1. Number 1 is no other than Lamar Jackson. Now, for the prior weeks, I was calling him Lamar Action Jackson, but I don't know if he's going to be in action in the coming weeks. He injured his hamstring in this game in a loss to the Chiefs. They say he's going to be out 2 to 5 weeks, so we have to keep an eye out on that. And this is big because right now the Ravens are 1-3. Jackson finished 14 of 22, passed for 147 yards before he came out with an injury. He had 1 touchdown, 1 INT. Cooper Rush will be stepping in for the 1-3 Ravens. And here's an interesting stat. Anytime Lamar Jackson is not in the lineup, the Ravens' record is 4-9 when Lamar is out due to injury. So this is going to be an interesting stretch for the Ravens, sitting in at man, this is going to be tough. This is going to be some tough sledding. Let's see how this works out. The season is on the line for the Ravens, and they're being led by Cooper Rush. And their upcoming games are against the Texans, the LA Rams, then they have a bye. That's their situation for the next 3 weeks, so keep an eye out on that. Not sure if Lamar will be in the top 10 next week due to injury, and the following weeks due to injury. So there you have it, guys. That is weeks 4, top 10. All right, just to review, Lamar Jackson finished at number 1. He finished number 1 in QBR rating. He also was leading in touchdowns with 10 and yards per catch, 12.8, almost 13 yards a catch. Wow, it's amazing. Number 2, Jared Goff finished with an 81.7 QBR rating, was leading in completions and completion percentage. Number 3, Justin Herbert was leading in attempts. He finished at number 3 in week 4. Number 4 was Patrick Mahomes. Number 5, Superman Josh Allen. Number 6 was super surprise Daniel Jones. Number 7, Jordan Love. 8, Baker Mayfield. 9, Jalen Hurts. And struggling Jake Browning, who I'm not sure will be in the top 10. Hey, that's a reason for you to join me next week. Let's see if Jake Browning will be in the top 10 next week. All right, guys, there you have it. Check out my prior week's quarterback breakdown. I also have other material. Please subscribe to the channel. Put your comments in there and put your likes. Where does your quarterback sit in the top 10? Is your quarterback in the top 10? Guys, peace. Speak to you next week. Thank you.